Hey everyone, my name is Mr. Matt. We've kind of already gotten to know each other. I want to make this really short and sweet. So one thing I'm going to do in my classroom is I'm going to have lots of little introduction videos linked to YouTube just to kind of help understand or remember things that we've learned in class. So if you have tech problems or connection issues, or maybe you were forgot or you're sick, you can always go back to Mr. Matt's YouTube page and look at old lessons to kind of help remember. So I want to try to make these quick. I don't want to go too long. This video is designed to be just kind of a review, a quick review of Google Classroom. You guys already know Google Classroom, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just want to make sure that we kind of understand the review of it, and this will be posted for all. Okay, so let me share my screen and we can go through this quickly. I don't want to spend a lot of time because videos can get boring, as we all know. Okay, so right there. All right, so here's my Google Classroom. You guys are very familiar with Google Classroom. You'll be using it in all your classes, and you've used it in the past. It's really simple, and it's really great to use with mobile. So one of the really great things of Google Classroom is you can use it on almost any device that has the internet. It's really amazing and really flexible for lots of students. So every day, every middle school class will do the same thing. We are going to post our daily objective slides here for students. So at the start of every class, students can just click stream at the top here, and they'll be able to see the lesson for the day. And they'll just kind of be a continuing list as we go. Just make sure you're checking the right date. Here, you'll notice that there's going to be any notes. Maybe Mr. Matt's giving a test next week or wants to remind of a quiz to study for. You'll see a little note here, as well as the objectives, things we're going to work on today, and some of the slides we're going to need. So one of the cool things we're going to do this year is Bitmoji, and I want to spend really, really fast to explain how this works. Okay, so let's go over to my Bitmoji classroom. Pardon me. All right. So one of the things about Bitmoji is it's going to completely mirror to our Google Classroom. So anything you see on my Bitmoji classroom will also be shown. So just kind of think of it as a helper. All right. Each week, let's do it this way. Sorry, I don't want to confuse you guys. Let me try to do this real quick. Each day, you will be linked to this, and you'll get a slide kind of like this. This is today's slide that we're looking at right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and present this. And so you can see that there's a lot of information here. I have make sure that I have the right class date, and I'm going to look at all the objectives, all the things Mr. Matt has planned for the day. So I can kind of look here and say, wow, this is what Mr. Matt wants to do. Okay, first he wants to introduce himself, and then he wants to introduce students to Google Classroom and Bitmoji. So he wants us to do the bell ringer, this number 3. Okay, so then I see bell ringer, and I see this computer, and if I put my mouse over the computer, look at the hand changes. And now if I click it, it takes me to my Google Classroom. And so here I can click the assignment that has today's date. So again, Bitmoji is nothing fancy. It's just a pathway to get to Google Classroom, right? So if there's nothing listed here, then you don't have to worry about it. And so let's look at tomorrow's, 8/26. Mr. Matt has a bell ringer and a small assignment. And over here, he has a PowerPoint about himself. So you can just kind of see that these are just, there's nothing scary about Bitmoji. It's just a fun, cute way to go back to the class. Let's say I'm tired of Bitmoji and I want to exit. So I can push this big exit button. Click the exit button, and where am I back? Google Classroom, okay? You can do your work through Bitmoji or through Google Classroom. It's all the same place, so no worries. All right, thank you so much, guys. I just wanted to give a really quick introduction about myself. I just wanted to walk you through Google Classroom. This video will be posted in class information for the assignments. Thank you so much. I hope this was short. If you have any questions, leave them in the class comments, and I will try to respond to them and make sure that everyone is up to date. Thank you, and have a great one. All right, bye, guys. Thank you.